everybody. This is our home. We are a band called Arbour Season, and we live and travel in our schoolie full time. Well, it's Christmas time, so we've got our stockings up over here, and we keep most of our plants on the dashboard. And we recently acquired 2 cats, so we also keep their cat food right here on the doghouse. We have 2 couches. This is our big couch. We have a 100-gallon water tank under it, so it's a little bit wider and longer than your typical schoolie couch, but it's kind of nice because that makes it extra comfy. And we have a wall here just for kind of like leaning space, and also to sort of break up the layout to make it feel like the living room is its own space rather than it just being directly connected to the front of the bus where we drive. This couch is new. Our kitchen sink actually used to be over here, and then we ripped it out and moved it, and there's a bunch of storage under here. Like, you can lift up the lid here, and we also keep our table under here whenever we're gonna have like dinner with multiple people and we want to sit down. We just pull it out and set it up. And then there's also storage under these cabinets. We kind of put like our most commonly used shoes under there, and then we keep the kitty litter, scoop, and cat food under this one right here. So our kitchen sink is kind of small, which weirdly was my idea. I wanted to see if we could do it without going completely insane, because I wanted to have a little bit more counter space in my bus. So it's really not too bad. Like, we wash dishes all the time. We try to keep them clean. So what we do is when it's time to dry them, we move our little teapot. We have a little drying mat here, and then we set up this drying rack. And we put the dishes here to dry, and then once they're all done, pack it up, put it away. Just kind of keep things clean, you know what I'm saying? The cats are new, and one of the biggest things we were trying to figure out was where we were going to keep the litter box. And we already had a cabinet under here, so it was actually pretty easy to just fit it in next to our trash can. And Shane built a little door with a square cut out of it so that they can get in and out, but it's not super obvious that that's where the litter box is. We've got pretty much all of our dishes and spices and random kitchen accoutrements that I use the most often up here, glasses, things like that. This is like our coffee corner. We keep like our oatmeal, raisins, because we eat a lot of oatmeal, coffee cups, our coconut sugar, cocoa powder, all of the things that we need for a really beautiful morning are basically on these 2 shelves over here. Down here, we've got kitchen storage. So there's not a single drawer in our bus, like not even one. That might change eventually because I do like drawers, but we just haven't like ventured into that yet. So we keep like our silverware here, pots and pans down there. In this corner under the countertop is where all of our battle-worn lithium batteries are. So we have 1,000 amp hours, 10 lithium batteries, all hooked up and connected under this countertop. This is our fancy new oven. We got this as well as our 100-gallon water tank from Rec Pro recently, and we had the jankiest oven for a really long time, and you had to like light everything manually, and it only worked half the time, and I don't know how safe it was. I mean, we never had any explosions, but there was always like a question in the back of my mind. But I use this all the time. We cook like 3 meals a day in our bus. I bake a lot, so this definitely, it's one of those things where people are like, do I really need an oven in my bus, or can I just do like a microwave and a toaster oven? For me, I need this. I use it all the time, and it's so nice. We've got our full-size Magic Chef fridge here. Runs on like 1.5 amps. I think it might be the most popular fridge for people to put in their schoolies because it has a lot of room, but it doesn't use a lot of energy. And, oh, I love this. We just built a pantry. I've asked for a pantry for a long time. We finally figured out a place to put it, and I mean, it's like stuffed with things, but I have like shelves for all of my things. I got my potatoes and my canned goods on the bottom, and it's just really nice. The last place that is related to the kitchen would be this cabinet, which is just kind of like my miscellaneous Tupperware cabinet. I keep like my blender, mixer, and stuff. There's a lot of space in here, which I like to have a little empty space in some of our cabinets so that when we do get new items that we need, we actually have somewhere to put it rather than just having to get rid of something. This might be my favorite part of the bus. I think that it's probably the coziest corner. This is our desk. Shane uses this a lot to do work like booking our tours, answering emails and things like that. But we have a lot of books and I hate getting rid of books because we love to read and we like to give books as gifts to people sometimes. So we have like a legit bookshelf over here and it's just, I don't know, like, tell me you wouldn't want to sit here and do your work or like just look out the window and read a nice cozy book and drink a cup of coffee. It's just the best. Our utility closet serves 2 purposes, maybe 3 purposes. It has a lot of our components for our solar setup, our water heater, and it's also where we store our broom, our mop, our vacuum, cleaning things like that. But the best part about it is that it also separates this whole side of the bus from this whole side of the bus, just like that. This is our bathroom. We have a Nature's Head composting toilet and a vanity cabinet, a sink, and we have a little trash can for our toilet paper and some storage for our toiletry items, makeup, hair, accessories, etc. And we have this little shelf over here where we store kind of like, we each have a basket, like Shane keeps his shaving cream and stuff in there, and then I have a basket for hairbrushes and things like that. And we store our toilet paper up in the cabinet above the toilet. So this is our bedroom. This is where we sleep, not on a couch. This actually pulls out into like a full queen size bed. And then underneath there's enough room that like when our kids have to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, they can just like crawl underneath and get to the bathroom, which sounds crazy, but they think it's cool because it's like a fort basically. This is our map from Conquest Maps, and there's 2 different colored pins, which is really cool. It's also personalized with our band name on it. But the 2 different colors are supposed to represent the places we're going this year and the places we've already been. I don't think we've updated it in a couple of months, so we need to get on that for sure. This is also where we keep all of our clothes. This is our closet. Yeah, it's a little bit messy right now. Just don't look at that. I've got some hooks over here where we hang up sweaters and jewelry and things like that. All of my jewelry I keep in just like a little hanging jewelry case inside the closet. I don't really wear a lot of it, but that's just a good storage solution for me. And we also have a cabinet under here where we keep a lot of our extra shoes that we don't wear as often. And then we keep different like delicate items and socks and things in baskets up on this shelf. Underneath this bed is basically all storage. There is a wheel well under there, but it doesn't come up super high. So we have like extra sweaters. There's so many things under here. I have a sewing machine under here. We keep all of our extra things for like playing video games. There's so much stuff, but it's nice to have a place where everything just kind of goes out of the way. So our shower slash bathtub is pretty great because we have a bathtub. It's a $30 galvanized steel tub that we got at Tractor Supply Company, and we put a drain in it, painted it, which it needs to be repainted, but the kids use it all the time. It's really nice to have a bathtub that we can use, especially with smaller children who don't like to take showers. But then also for us, there is the option to take a shower. And we keep our towels and soaps and things in here, and some fake plants. This is the only place where we have fake plants because I learned really quickly that putting real plants in here meant when we drove, dirt would shake around everywhere in the shower, and that was just not fun. So we stopped that. So this is my favorite area of the whole entire bus because I feel like it just turned out exactly how we hoped it would. We decided to give our kids a bigger space in the bus than we had before because we used to kind of like have a bedroom, but we don't really like spend time in the bedroom except when we're sleeping, and the kids needed a place to kind of like have as their own, have a little space to play with their toys, to draw pictures, keep their books and things, and it's been really nice. So we built these bunk beds that are kind of like cubbies. I think they're super, super cozy. And we keep all of their clothes in these baskets over here. So like we have Juno's clothes on one side, Sawyer's on the other, and then they keep all of their pajamas in another basket. And we have like 2 main toy baskets because they don't have a ton of toys, because they don't really need a ton of toys. So like Sawyer has his basket on his bed, and then Juno's is under here. And we keep our extra blankets on the end of Sawyer's bed because when it gets cold in the winter, everybody needs extra blankets, and that's just the best place to store them because he's small. He doesn't need the whole bed. And we keep their sweaters up in this cabinet here. We've got socks, we've got arts and craft supplies, we've got books, we've got Sawyer's desk because he just started school this year. He's 5 years old, and so he sits there, and this is where we do our homeschooling, and it's really fun. I just love this area. I think that if I was a kid, I would be stoked if this was my bedroom. I think I'd have so much fun. So when we put these 2 cabinets together, we were like, okay, if we do that, we're gonna have this weird little negative space. So either we're gonna be shoving things back in there or we're just not gonna use it. And I thought, what better place for a laundry basket than this weird hole over here? I think eventually we might put a lid on it, but it's kind of nice that when we're done with clothes, we can just like throw it in there. So there's our laundry basket. This is the only part of the bus that is almost always messy. This is our garage slash shed slash closet. I don't know. It's kind of the catch-all. This is where Shane keeps pretty much all of his tools, and then like we use it for storage for things that we don't have a place for. Like I've been keeping Christmas presents in here as I'm wrapping them and we're getting ready. Sawyer has his own keyboard and we keep it in here. And if I have bags I need to take to the thrift store, they go back here. Or if we have a ton of laundry, we just kind of shove it back here. And then like winter coats we hang up on hooks and things like that. So it's nice to have a place that is separate from the bus that you can't see all the time, where we can put those things when we don't have a specific place for them. So a few things out here that are really fun. These hooks that I told Shane were pointless and we would never use, and we actually use them like all the time. These are awesome because we'll hang up like wet coats or wet towels when we go swimming, and they can just like drip dry out here. So good job, Shane. That was a great idea. This is our outlet, and usually we have our moonshade set up and we have like bistro lights strung up, but it was super windy here the other day and our moonshade almost flew away, so we had to take all of that down. But we use this a lot out here. And then we have this nice little table where Shane either cuts wood, which is why there's sawdust all over it, or like we use it for potlucks when we're hanging out with other nomad friends, and we'll like put all of our food out here and everybody gets it. And yeah, we do lots of stuff with this table. It's pretty sweet. So this is the exhaust pipe for our hot water heater. Hot water heater. Is that redundant? I think that's redundant. And this is the vent for our composting toilet. So we try really hard to remember not to set up our campfire over here just because nobody wants to sit over there. We were really blessed by getting a bus that has these enormous storage bays already on it, and I'm serious, they're like stuffed with things. We keep all of our like camping gear out here. This one specifically has our gray water tank, so this is where the water from our sink and shower goes to, and sometimes drips out a little bit. But we also keep like our camping chairs, skewers, extra gas cans, all of that stuff. And this is our list of Patreons. This is like possibly the most important part of our bus. I don't know, it's debatable. So whenever someone signs up to be a Patreon at any tier at all, they get their name put on the side of our bus. So thank you, Patreon family. This is our back deck. Haven't quite figured out yet what the purpose is for it. It used to be for our big generator that we had, and it was mounted on the back here. But we don't have that generator anymore because we don't really need it since we've gotten all of our Battle-Worn batteries. So it's just kind of here now. The kids like it. Juno likes to jump off of it because she's really, really wild. And eventually I think it would be cool to build like a storage container for our trash bags. Like when we have a full trash bag, we can just like dump it in there. So I don't know. I have big plans for the future. This is also how we get into this storage closet from outside of the bus. Ooh. Check it out. Wow, it looks messier from this side, eh? This is our built-in ladder to get on the roof deck. We also have a telescope ladder that we got from Rec Pro that we're probably going to mostly use instead of this because This is really hard to climb up. It looks cool. It looks really cute, and it worked for a while before we got our ladder, but it really is kind of scary to climb up. I'm not gonna lie. Here, let me show you. There's a lot of bird poop up here. This is our roof deck, which is actually bigger than I remember it being. It's been a while since I've been up here. We, since we're musicians full time and we play like house concerts and different festivals, this is basically our traveling stage that we can take wherever we want. So that's pretty fun. And then we have 1,700 watts of solar over there. So that is also what powers our bus when we're off grid. We've got more storage bays over here. I think this is primarily where we keep the camping stuff. And then this is where our water inlet is. So water goes in here, travels all the way down here into our 100-gallon water tank. We did that because we were used to living in an RV and we were like, oh, the water hookups at RV parks are like always in the back. So we got to put the water inlet in the back. And this is also where we put our plug whenever we're plugged into power and we're here at an RV park. So that thing stays there. And this is our water outlet. So whenever the tank is really full and you know, the water's still coming in, it just comes out of here. Also, if we're driving up a really big hill, it just like sloshes out. Because I guess it doesn't have a lid on it or anything. We should do that. So we've got, ow! We've got 2 air conditioner units, one up in the front, one in the back in the kids' room, and they're both made by Midea. They're made by a midi split company, and they're like 400 watts each, full blast. And I like having them split up because sometimes we shut that divider door so then we can always have cool air in the back and the front rather than having to worry about just like one AC unit. And those are also powered by our batteries and our solar. And then we have 2 diesel heaters. We used to have 3. Now we have 2 diesel heaters in our bus. So one of them is up here in the cab so that Shane doesn't freeze and die when he's driving in the winter. And then we have one where his desk is in the middle of the bus. And that keeps us super toasty. I'm talking like we've been in negative temperatures multiple times for a few days. And because the one in the middle is tapped into our regular diesel tank, like we don't have to worry about fueling up or really having a lot of power because they're really energy efficient and we stay nice and toasty. Like sometimes we have to turn it off. Even when it's like 35 degrees outside, I'm like, it's too hot. We got to turn this thing off for a while. So we love our diesel heaters.
So thanks so much everybody for being a part of our tour. Emily, you did a great job.
Thanks, so did you.
Woo! So this is our home, this is our tour vehicle. You can find us on all the social medias like Instagram, TikTok, Patreon, Facebook, but most importantly Spotify. That's where all of our music is. I mean, you can find our music anywhere, but that's our favorite streaming platform. And so you can check us out there and share our music with all your friends. Thanks for following along with our journey. If you like this video, please like and subscribe and share, and feel free to follow along with all the other videos we post. It's a mighty puzzle to lay. No need to say